All right, let's get started slowly. Okay, well, welcome everyone to the governance call, 16th of May. Sorry for the noise, there's a lot going on. Yeah, we'll get started with check-ins. Tell us how you're feeling, what your focus is this week, and your intentions for the call. I'm feeling sweaty. It is super humid on the Caribbean. Recharged after half vacay. Focus for the week is to retroactive givebacks, start work on extending give farms, and test some DApp issues. Intention for the call is to facilitate. And I will pass it to Amin.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, exactly to talk about the extending farm, and I'm like to look at the issues that has created in the previous call, and that's just my this distraction. I pass it to Griff.
Thanks, Amin. The big thing I want to discuss is where money comes from for the regen pool. Like, if NRGive or Gardens should get involved and like talking about how much money there is. I'd love to just have a quick brief of that. And of course, there's so many governance things happening. So I'm sure I'll participate in other discussions. I'm feeling great. Another good Monday. And yeah, what's the other one? Yeah, I think that's it. I'll just pass it to Lauren.
I don't really have any particular intentions for the call. For the week, I'm focusing on Give Power. I'll pass it to Amin. Oh wait, didn't Amin just go?
Yeah, Amin just went.
Pass it to Todd.
Hey everyone. Yeah, it's a good weekend. Nice day. I guess I'm interested in the proposal for the regen farm. I think for NR DAO. I was assigned a writing assignment, so I'm hoping to get that done today. So that's all for me. Let's pass it over to Giantkin.
Yeah, I'm distracted. That's how I feel today. I like to. This week is about the Rory pool a little bit, and I like to keep up on this call. That's what I'm trying to do. Wow. I have no idea who's next.
I can go next.
Pass it.
Perfect.
Go for it, Marco.
Yeah, hi everybody. Nice to see you all. Intentions, distractions, right? Just first hanging out, see what's going on in the governance, see if anything needs my attention, and distractions. I need to close my door right now. Sorry about that. I think that's it. Focus for this week, non-Giveth related, I guess. So nothing to say much there. And I pass it back to you, Mitch, because I don't know who's next.
Sure, let's pass it to Chadfi.
Awesome. Hey, guys. So the focus for this week for me is going to be getting the Gnosis snapshot up so we can get the Gnosis Give token swap done, and then potentially setting up some one-on-ones with some of the research/token people so we can all be on the same page. And I will pass it to Coda B.
Thanks, Chadfi. DM everyone. My intentions for this call sync up. My intentions for the week is keep advancing on the builders update, like give a builders update and region farms. My distractions, I'm just multitasking a little bit, and I'll pass it to Ashley. Happy to see you back, Ashley.
Hey, good morning. I'm happy to be here. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm feeling really good. I'm in my new place, so settling in. That's really nice. My focus this week is just really going through all the things, making sure I'm not missing anything that I should be focusing on. And for governance wise, like really going through the forum, seeing what's been passed, what needs to be closed, things like this, organizing stuff in there. And my intentions for the call just to see all of your beautiful faces and hear what's the latest in governance. And I will pass it to Carlos.
Hello everyone. Happy to be here. Feeling great. This morning, a fake grief called me on Telegram.
Yeah,
at 7
same here,
a.m.
same here. Blocked him right away.
He woke me at 7 a.m. The fake grief, and I'm like, what? I thought, and since I woke up all like this, I thought like, oh, it's grief. What's going on? Oh, it's no one. But yeah, aside from that, here to listen. I have some DevOps stuff to do, so I might leave a little bit early because Mochehab is late for him. So yeah, that's it. I'll pass it to who's missing. Let's see. Chat. I don't know.
Pass it to your
Yeah.
pass it to your hombre.
What?
Mateo.
Mateo.
Hey, how are you guys? Oh man, I don't want to be woke up by fake grief tomorrow. I hope he doesn't come. No, guys, I don't have anything to add. I just want to be here, present, and hang out with you. Yeah, I'll pass it back to you, Mitch.
Yeah, we can pass it to Jess Veros. Actually, we got Santi.
Thank you, Mitch. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon to Marco and whoever's in Europe. Feeling great today. Just hanging around to see what's going on here on the governance group and seeing all the proposals around and getting involved wherever I can. And I think that's all, Mitch. Back to you.
We have a Nazar Jaguar that joined. Hey, I don't know if this. Yeah, go ahead.
I am here. I am from Power Inside. We just made a proposal on the forum about the audit. And I was just thinking, I'm on the forums, so I'm on the chat here. I will listen in what you guys are doing in terms of governance. I hope that's okay. Just getting more acquainted with your processes and people around and getting to know the folks. That good?
Yeah, you did a great job. I think we got everybody here. Yeah, we good. Okay, let's start this. Great. So it doesn't look like there was any priority agenda items added in. But if there's anything you want to talk about, we probably will have some time near the end of the meeting, so we can always come back to that. If we're looking at stuff in the DAOs, there are no active snapshots. We can see that the Gnosis snapshot passed quite a few days ago on the Giveth side. In the Give Garden, we've got 2 active proposals. One is for the Giveth Info analytics tool from Fabio. And the other one is the launch initial phase design for the PFP collection from Santi. So if you guys want, you can check out the forum posts related to those and stake some give if you want to see them happen. We also passed the silver sponsorship for ETH Barcelona. I executed that yesterday, I think, so the money should be sent. I apologize for the sawing in the background. After that, in the NR Give DAO, we've got a pile of role proposals in there from Lauren, Ahmad, Marco, Kai, for Shell, and probably many more. And we should be expecting a givebacks vote for round 10 sometime this week as well, once the review is finished. Any questions about any of that stuff in the DAOs? Okay, cool. So we'll just get right into stuff in the forum. First one I have here is the security audit of the Give economy contracts. And so that came from Nezar. And so basically they're requesting 40K worth of Give to audit the Give economy smart contracts. And I'll just leave that open if there's any questions people want to ask. That's actually awesome that Nazar you're here, but I'll leave it open.
I can add that we're going to look at the extending the scope to the contracts you mentioned, Mitch.
Cool. Let's look at this here. Yeah, this looks pretty good. So I mean, you can go continue with the 5-day advice process. So once it's been up there for 5 days, there hasn't really been, you've incorporated the changes or there's been no like pushback, you can send it to the Give Garden for a funding request.
Okay. And if we change the description, just edit the current one or append? How do you guys prefer?
It'd be cool, like if you want to change your proposal, just go ahead, but maybe just add a comment that you edited it.
Sounds good. Yeah, we'll have a meeting with the team today, and we'll probably discuss your comment and see how we can change.
Okay.
And when you say 5 days, is it 5 days business days, or doesn't matter?
5 business days is a safer bet. Yeah. Yeah, cool. So if there's not too much discussion about that, we can move to the next one. And that will be Giveth integration into EVM CRISPR. And so Sim is asking for another 5K worth of Give to fund continued development on EVM CRISPR, which we use to upgrade our Aragon DAOs, our gardens, and we also use it to send givebacks. So if you guys have some comments, go ahead, throw them in. Otherwise, Sam will put up this on the Give Garden as well, asking for another 5K. Does anyone have any questions or comments? Wow, tough crowd today, yeah? So non-contentious. Okay. Q1 vesting and beyond. Maybe Griff wants to give us an update.
No real updates. Do you have any updates on what it will take to send? Actually, I know you're on half vacation still. I think, right? No, you're back in. Brother's gone.
He's here, but I want to save my vacation.
Oh, nice. There's I feel like getting out Q4 vesting is the highest priority, and we're still just brainstorming on Q1 vesting and beyond.
Okay. Let me just throw that in there. And what was your question for me?
Well, like if we can get that in our give vote to pass out vesting for the contributors, their current contributors.
Okay, cool. And that's coming from the token distro.
Yeah.
And so then, basically, good that it means here. We just do like an allocate many, basically, and we send it to the addresses with the specified amount. And then that creates a vote on the NR give. That's pretty much the logic, right? I mean,
Yeah, and you want to mark it as what in the front end?
it should be nothing. It's just vesting distribution.
So yeah, so what do you need me? Everything seems fine.
Cool.
You have the approval.
I just needed to hear that from you, I mean. Everything's fine. Okay.
Just let me check. Just for double check, please send me the address of the the multisig. It's the agent, of course.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the it's coming from the agent in the NR give.
Yeah.
So it should have tokens to distribute. Anyway, we'll look at this stuff together once we have the numbers.
Okay.
Cool. And so then that seems clear. I can do that this week. And then you're still brainstorming on the Q1 distribution.
Mm-hmm.
Because it seems like okay.
I'm mostly just pushing the regen pool stuff. Still, I haven't really looked at the movement on vesting for Q1.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Well, it seems like Lauren has the most comments on here. But like somewhere around like what I proposed with some sort of like standardized part as well has to be done. Okay. All right. Cool. Any questions, you guys? Wow. Okay. Extending the give farm. So it looks like the consensus was it's easy to do an extension, and we can do 2 months. And if we need another 2 months after those 2 months, it'll be pretty easy to add on.
Yeah,
Okay.
it seems doable.
Okay.
But
now
we can.
Go ahead.
I'm a fan of testing again. Everything.
Sure.
We can test it on the. One for example, we have deployment 6 or we have deployment 7.
Mm-hmm.
They finish 1 day sooner.
But
nice. We should have the numbers. We should have the numbers. It should not be hard. Just on the multisig, we should allocate, assign more token to these farms, and and define a new script for notifying the reward and the amount and the distribution.
Okay.
After all we define, that will be okay.
Yep, that's fine. So there's this, the soft pull here, it looks like nobody's voted against it. So with the give per week, the allocations, the total distribution per week across all the farms. So if there's not really any special feedback on them, then we can call this the spec that we'll use. Okay.
Yeah, but it's a little better if you have a spreadsheet to precise, for instance, say that this farm duration, I need to know how many weeks, how much should be paid, and just that. The amount and number of week, and the reward should be, as you said, should be paid.
Yeah, well,
evenly.
I don't know if you're looking at the stream, but I think it's in there.
Yeah.
You have the give per week, number of weeks, total give distributed, and then the breakdown.
Okay. That's good.
Anyway, we can work on that as long as, like, in general, people agree with these numbers. Then we can work on the technical stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. So, I mean, that really doesn't really come into effect for another 5 weeks, I think, at this point. A little over 5 weeks. So, it's okay. Any questions about extending the give farm? Comments? Well, we're going to fly through this call, you guys. Okay. Next thing is Angel Vault. Oh.
Yeah, now we're gonna go a little slower, because there's all sorts of stuff happening. Lauren has a great proposal up for funding the FAE, to borrow the FAE, and that's gonna be a few $1,000,000 of give, and then I think there's going to be some incentive proposals, like for farming rewards, that Todd is going to put up. And Todd, actually, for one of those, the Angel Vault one, definitely do that last, and we should have a sync, because we might want to get funky with that one. And then there's there's also a loan proposal that is going to be up by Yas, I think. I don't see Yas in the call to get an update on there. But then there's one more proposal also from for collateralizing one give that I'm currently working on. And that's about $2 million. And so let's just estimate that there's going to be about $5 million worth of give tokens used for this Angel Vault proposal. It's less than that, but it's okay. It'll be less than that for sure because the market cap has gone down. But this is just to keep things in our mind. And I really wanted to share screen and show where we have all of the money and just kind of get feedback from people on where the money should all come from. So the most obvious places are liquidity multisig. So our liquidity multisig has money on two chains. It has $7.5 million sitting in the Gnosis on mainnet. And then it has about $1 million. Wait, let me make sure that's true. Yeah. It has about $1 million sitting on XDAI, and that's about to be depleted in half for the Gnosis token swap. So we have about $8 million in the liquidity multisig. NR give, let's see, did this transaction go through? Yeah. So NR give has, let me refresh. Okay, yeah. NR give has looks like $1.6 million sitting here. And then the gardens, is this right? Yeah. And then the garden has about $7 million in it. So the question is, should we move? So the total there is about $15 million. And of course, using this money as collateral puts it to work. It's not like we're sending it into the market for almost any of the money that we're going to use to do this whole structure. It's going to stay in our multisigs unless there's like a catastrophic issue. So yeah, the question is, should we get it all from the liquidity multisig, or should we support this effort from the gardens or NR Give? And also, by the way, NR Give and gardens have huge streams coming into it, whereas the liquidity multisig does not get refilled. The liquidity multisig doesn't have any streams going to it. So yeah, what do you guys? Does anyone have any strong opinions on this?
Yep. Yeah, I think you should, assuming this whole thing is going to be happening on mainnet, right? Because one give, all that, the Rari pools on mainnet, everything. So you should use the liquidity multi-sig, and then basically create. I don't think we should use funds from the NR Give, because that's what we're using to pay people and to pay out bounties and stuff. So I mean, I don't feel great about draining that, even though it has a stream. But I think maybe if you create a Give Garden proposal to top up the liquidity multi-sig, like basically saying like, hey, should we use more of our funds to provide capital for liquidity ventures, essentially, and then like people can support it or not.
I pretty much agree with Mitch, and especially because in case of catastrophic something, we might have some short time to react, and having the liquidity on the multi-sig will give us the opportunity to react faster than reacting from Garden. So yeah, I think that it will be good to have the proposal on the Gardens to replenish the multi-sig.
Great. Anyone else have any feedback? Otherwise, I'll just take what Mitch says because it's and Katabe. Thumbs up.
Cool. Anything else you want to say about the Angel Vault here? I'm curious to know more about this loan proposal from Yas. Is there anything?
Yeah, I can comment on it. So the general background is Ichi thinks they can make money being a market maker for us with the Angel Vault. So they can buy and sell Give tokens and be providing liquidity while they're doing that, playing arbitrage games, using our Angel Vault as a backstop. And so the idea would that there'd be a $500,000 Give token loan to them to be a market maker on mainnet, and they would either at the end of the time period, I can't remember if it was 3 months or 6 months, at the end of the time period they'd give us back that same number of tokens that they loaned us, or if the Give token price went up and they made money off of it, then they would give us $600,000 of Angel Vault LP. So we'd give them $500,000 in Give tokens. If this works out, then they would give us $600,000 worth of LP. Otherwise, we'd just get the tokens back.
Is there any insurance on it?
That they wouldn't have
squander it, or anything
just
could
run
happen.
off with the money,
or just lose it all. I don't know.
Yeah.
Will they buy 500K worth of Give off the market and then give it to us?
Yeah, we should ask them. I mean, this is why we need the forum post, right? So we can get these great questions and then have. Shut down. Sorry, my Discord just decided to shut down.
Oh, that's super lame.
Yeah. That's
okay. And then this other one, we're gonna have a forum post as well for collateralizing one Give for 2 million worth of Give.
Still on the previous point, so we will give them 500K Give, and if it works out, then they will give us back 600K of LP. But which LP?
The Angel Vault LP. So one give and give.
One give and give. Okay. Question. I don't understand fully. How will they? I kind of like understand, but not that much. How will this work? How will they make the money? And my question is there? I mean, what are the risks for give price? I mean, I know that we'll have the buyer's wall, but still, what are kind of like the risk, or maybe the liquidity pool can become more one token or the other? I just want to understand that a little bit better.
Yeah. So irrespective of the loan for the Angel Vault, one thing that's really interesting to watch in this downturn of how the Angel Vault reacts. So it starts with a giant buy wall, right? And what's cool is if people create LPs, they're always added to that side of the buy wall, right? So when you're creating an Angel Vault LP, you're sending in one give, and it's always adding to this buy wall. But in this downturn, if you go look at the Angel Vaults, they all got destroyed, right? And what happens is, as the Angel Vault gets eaten away, the buy wall gets eaten away, they end up stacking it over on the other side. So you're selling one give for give, and then the give token goes to the other side. And so now, instead of a giant buy wall, you start to get just equal liquidity. And so it just turns into effectively a managed UniV2 pool on UniV3, because eventually you end up with just kind of a balance. They try to balance it out so that you get an equal footing here and here. I could show off one Fox and Fox, because this had some liquidity. Sorry guys, it's going to take me a second to pull it up. I was hoping I could just pull it up. But let me just pull it up, and then I'll share a screen on what it looks like now, because it got eaten up. And it is worth mentioning that, in fact, maybe they took it down, because they were saying that they were going to take down, Shapeshift was saying they were going to take down the one token and the Angel Vault. Yeah, they took it down already, so they don't even have it up anymore. Because then it just became kind of a flat thing, like instead of a big wall here, it's like a big wide wall there and a big wide wall here and a little gap in the middle.
Griff?
That they're, yeah, Giant Ken.
On the left side on the bottom, I can't see your screen. Old app. If you click that, it's still over there.
So you can still withdraw from it, but I don't see it on info.
Unwind it. I was actually going to bring that up to you later.
Yeah, it's weird. I just don't see it on info.
They just took off the main one and moved it onto the old. And then they're going to rebuild it, in a few months or whenever things turn around. They actually might think about doing the Angel Vault with a different banking instead of the USDC. And there's, lots of thoughts going around now.
Yeah, they don't, or maybe Uniswap is being weird, but it's not showing me the liquidity very well.
Okay. Well, I don't want to get too far in the weeds on this one point. I imagine we'll see some stuff in the forum post that will come out.
Yeah. And we also just need to get some good feedback rounds from Giant Kin and Willie and Decentralized J about their experience of using One Fox and why they're taking it down and what their thoughts are there.
Okay.
I had a brief informal discussion with Willie, but I think we need to go deeper.
Okay, cool. And then this other loan proposal we'll expect a forum post for the collateralizing one give.
Yeah, Yas is working on it and getting a lot of these details from Ichi.
Okay. Anything else to talk about here then? Or should we just wait for the forum posts?
I think just wait for the forum posts. I do think that UniV3, like Angel Vault incentivization, we would end up it'd just be really good farming on UniV3 with our against one give. So I think it's still cool. Even though the wall goes away, and then it's still pretty nice to have a structured, not concentrated UniV3 liquidity.
Okay. Yeah, as long as we're not giving them farming rewards for it and end up in the same. Okay.
No, but that's the thing, is that if what we'd be farming would be, if you want to participate in this farming, you have to build this one side up, that's against, it's like you end up building up this side and then eventually
Right, they're farming through Angel Vault, and then the Angel Vault puts the liquidity instead of basically having another middle finger situation.
Exactly.
Okay, got you. We're not coming full circle then.
No.
Okay, cool, thank you. Great. And then Giveth role and work agreement process. I don't think there's any updates in here. I see a lot of you have put up your role proposals. A lot of you have already gotten them to the forum. That seems to be going well. Maybe if anyone has any questions.
Hey Mitch, I have a clarification on your proposal on having it after 2 months, and the 2 months deadline that every paid contributor should be able to post their proposal and have a DAO approved vote. So yeah, when is that exactly? Like the 2 months proposal that you had?
The 2-month proposal that I had.
Deadline, before, this for
I'm
those
not
who
sure I understand. You're saying about people.
For
Go ahead,
those who
Michelle.
can post within 2 months, then Giveth would withhold their payments or something. Yeah, something like that.
Oh, yeah. So basically, I think we started that last week or the week before. So basically, get your role proposal up by early July, okay? Or else, yeah. If you don't have a role proposal, then it's we're not really sure how or what you're doing. So I mean, it's cool if you get that up, and I would like to suggest, I don't know if I can take that full responsibility of saying we're not going to pay you, or who's not going to pay you, but get your role proposals up, okay? Don't let it come to that. Just do it. Yeah, and so including you guys who've put up work agreements before, just make your proposal, get it up, and then we don't even have to talk about this withholding salaries business. So yeah, if you're getting paid by Giveth, even if you're working for General Magic, put up a role proposal.
I think Frichelle's asking if there was a specific date where there's a deadline.
Is that what you meant, Frichelle?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh.
but you mentioned early July, so yeah, I think that's good. Thanks, Mitch.
Yeah. July 5th, let's do it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Great. Any other questions about this stuff? Role proposals, whatnot? Cool. PSA for buddy reviews. Michelle, do you have anything to say?
Just the usual reminder. Yeah, if you already had a buddy review, kindly let me know. Maybe I haven't like updated the tracker, but yeah, I think there's still a lot, or like more than half maybe of the active contributors who haven't done their reviews yet. But yeah, thank you. Just a reminder.
Mm-hmm. And you can use these two forms, the contributor feedback form to give feedback to your fellow Giveth contributors. Lauren set a good example where she knew that she was going to have a buddy call, so she called for people to give reviews to herself and to the people that she was going to have buddy calls with. So there's some stuff to talk about during the call. And was there a self-review form in here as well? Here it is. It's this one, the self-review form you can use as well. Yeah, that's awesome. So check those both out. It'll be really useful for when you're having calls. We can just like work out any issues. People can get some good feedback on how their work is. And then we can all feel great about the work we're doing. Moving on from that, we've got the give matching, which I'm going to be starting to take a look at, but I'm kind of leaving this open. If anyone has any ideas of how we should do the give matching distribution, go ahead and jump in there and leave some ideas. We're going to leave this open. We'll need to kind of plan what we're need to do when this hits about 250K. The first distribution will be at 500K. So right now we're at 12,000. So there's still quite a lot of room left until we really need to make a decision on how we're going to distribute things. But yeah, any ideas are welcome for the Giveth matching pool. Cool. Well, it looks like we hit the end of the agenda. There is 15 minutes left. Was there any other issues that anyone wanted to bring up? Nothing at all? I had a question about ETH Barcelona, actually, because it seems like there's going to be a lot of people, like we're going to be sponsoring the event. I'm just curious, like, is there a lot of people that are going to be going from this crew here, from Giveth?
I'll be there.
I'll be there too. Ashley, nice.
Me too.
Marco. Amin's
Yes.
going to be there. No.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to have an interview with the embassy, and we'll let
Santi,
you know.
Mateo, Shuga. Wow. Kotabe, did you put your hand up? No. Oh, no Kotabe.
No, not this time.
Well, that's cool. And yeah, maybe we should are we doing any talks, or what do we have to do now that we've officially sponsored the event?
You can apply for a talk, and I would recommend everyone try to apply for a talk. I think it's just on their website at barcelona.com or .org. Can't remember. So apply for talks. Also, if you're going to Paris, apply for a talk. Oh, actually, they just shut down their applications for talks in HCC. I assume that after there's this week between ETH Barcelona and ETHCC. I don't know. It'd probably be fun to have some Giveth conversations and calls and stuff, but I think it's going to be mostly focused on TEC, Common Stack, and General Magic time, because I'm also hoping that we can have a more official Giveth sponsored work retreat in Turkey after DevCon. That way we can get more, we have so many people in the Middle East and maybe hopefully Amin will come to Barcelona, but that'll be it. So I think it'd be weird to have like an official or formal Giveth retreat or something like that without so much of the team. Whereas in Turkey, everyone can actually go pretty easily.
And so you said after DevCon, so that'll be after in October or after?
Yeah, early November probably.
Okay.
You'll have to come to Colombia. I'll get mad if you don't come.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. So many people will go to Colombia.
Yes.
But I don't think the Middle East crew are is going to be able to get to Colombia, right? Is that a friendly country? I haven't looked it up.
It might be possible, but I have to investigate.
Do your research. For me, Colombian are the nicest people, but at customs, I have had issues. Like they almost kicked me back because my passport was like fairly used, but my passport was there in good condition. And then, maybe you should go back to Mexico to get your passport right. What?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I just want to bring it back to ETH Barcelona. There's like maybe some questions that we'll need to figure out now or later, but in terms of like any group lodgings for Givethers, how we're dealing with flights and expenses and stuff like that. Do we know yet, or?
I mean, we have the Giveth house, so it can take 22. It has 22 beds. Now we have the third floor and lots of mattresses. It'll be a little tight. And I'm also looking at getting an Airbnb for overflow, and probably where couples will be more likely to stay, because it'll be pretty tight quarters at the Giveth house.
Army barracks. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm waiting for that info so that I can like start booking flights, which will probably be the biggest expense, right?
Yeah.
So, just like when should I show up, basically. But yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's like second, third is like the sweet spot. 2nd and 3rd of July. 4th, if that's more convenient. 1st, if that's more convenient. But I'm sure the ETH Barcelona starts on the 6th, but they always have all these other events around them, So I'm sure there'll be a big event on the 5th, and there'll probably be something on the 4th even.
Okay.
So if you arrive on the 4th, expect to go straight with your luggage to some kind of party.
I would come sooner, take a vacation and come sooner with my wife, and she would return and I stay. It's my plan, actually. I don't know whether it's possible. Yeah, it's
of course.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll probably do the same. Like 1 week is a bit short, but anyway, I won't go too much into those kind of details. But yeah, I guess if you're saying like apply for talks, those are the dates we should look at, and then like if there's any other actions or stuff we need to prep, to swag, like
Yeah, we will definitely want to start making some plans for that kind of thing, like how we're going to have a booth. So we should be able to hand out some cool swag and stuff. Also, we already have a lot of that on lockdown because we just have our shirt printing swag shop, so we can just order a big batch. Yeah, and then there were some really great discussions in the thread around like we should have a plan and execute and be able to judge if we did well or not since we're sponsoring, and make sure that it's worth it for if we decide to ever sponsor something again.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a little early. You know, it's still 2 months away, and in crypto land, that's really far to, I would say, make a strategy and a plan for like what we really want to accomplish. Maybe like 2 more weeks, and then we start really pushing it.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for that. That was some good info. Any other last minute questions or comments? Anything governance related?
This was in the forum. I don't know if it got an answer, but Lauren made a great question. Like, how do we give raises in the new HR system?
That's a good question. So there was like talk a bit earlier about making like a salary working group or whatever, which would basically be like part of governance. But there would have to be some sort of request, and then we have to like think of like, how are we giving out raises right now? Somebody just asks for it, and then they have a call.
Yeah, or they just get one, either one or the other.
Right.
Sometimes there's agreements like, okay, we're going to start out at this number and then like reevaluate after this time, and then that time comes and we reevaluate, and sometimes there's a raise, sometimes there's not.
And so would it be something that would be useful to be standardized? Like every year you're eligible for X percentage and you have like a call or something?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like at least in the decentralized HR strategy now, it's kind of like working groups get budgets, right?
Yeah,
So,
eventually we'll break it down into budgets for working groups.
yeah, so it makes. I mean, I think a yearly raise is definitely worth, especially considering inflation right now. It's like 8% in the States and probably crazy all over the world. It's good to have some regular times for raises.
So then, without like actually talking about like the amount each person is getting, since we decided not to go that route, maybe we just say whether or not that person should get X percentage.
Increase, you mean?
Yeah, like a percentage increase.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it should be within the working groups, though, deciding their budget. I mean, I feel like the goal is to move towards more like what the conviction voting creates, right? Which is little groups asking the DAO for their budget for their working group, for their projects and what they intend to accomplish. So they should probably be handling it within themselves. And when they apply for their next regular budget, they're like, hey, part of the things is we want to give raises. I don't even think they have to say the people, but it's like, hey, we're asking for more money and this is why. I don't know. Those are my thoughts on it.
Yeah. Overall, you'll need somebody because, like, you might be leading a working group, but you're not an accountant. So it's like there has to be like some sort of like, okay, we want to do this, and then the accountant, like, okay, I'll set it up for you. Or like, hey, you're gonna run out of money, like,
Yeah, Freshell is the hero here. Good thing Nico's coming in to take some things off your plate, Freshell.
Yeah, having a new team member. Hopefully you can join the next call in the community call.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, and then maybe I'll just like kind of maybe add on to that. Like maybe once we're done this role proposal process, we can start experimenting with the phase 2, which will be breaking down working groups into sub DAOs basically, and then they can have their own budgets that can be managed. I think that'll be the next step for working groups that need budgets, right?
Yeah.
Slowly but surely, it'll be like I want to do it all from the NR Give DAO, so there'll be a lot of testing and stuff. So
Sweet. Yeah, and I think one give will help us a lot with this, right? Like we can start because right now I'm converting the give into XDAI myself, and hopefully soon we can actually start doing that when we have the Angel Vault and the one give token, and we can start making pools on XDAI so we can use one give on XDAI for payments. I think that'll also help kind of create a flow for our DAO where they can start holding one give, paying contributors in a stable token that's backed by give, and yeah, I think it's gonna be really helpful for our decentralization.
And just a question: the discussion about making payments transparent was discussed before, but now we decided to be all private right now, right?
yeah,
Yeah, cool. And yeah, it was decided once. I don't know. Do you think that we should? I don't know how was the vote right now again, but maybe it's closed issue.
I think it's a closed issue for now.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it took us a while to get there, so I don't feel like opening it up again right now.
I think it's a matter of raising. I told that because in matter of raising because I knew the salary should be paid in comparison with others. If someone has grown too much regarding others, who knows who is his how much he should be eligible to be paid. That's very hard to say, to raise people without knowing how much they are getting.
I think I'm gonna make a forum post just for this.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Ashley.
I will say it's come up for me too as we're going through these like role proposals and voting for them on the DAO and stuff and approving them on the DAO. It's definitely a little bit difficult not knowing what somebody's salary is, whether we're approving or I mean, it's easy to approve the role. We want this person to do these tasks, but I guess there's still another layer that's kind of left unanswered, not knowing this information.
Yeah, and I mean I think we have a process for requesting information. I need to define this more, but like work agreements. I think we'll have a process for that where like you can request the information and can be given it, and then but it's like on a like want to know basis, not just kind of like posted publicly everywhere.
Okay, that makes more sense. I'm unaware of this process.
I wrote it down somewhere, but I don't think we like formalized it because there's a lot of moving parts. But I'll clarify this, and I'll make a forum post for how to give people raises, and maybe we'll work out a little bit more what Lauren was commenting on. And we're at top of the hour. We're a minute over. Thanks for everyone for coming to the governance call. And yeah, if you guys have any more ideas or comments, concerns, jump into the forum. We'll be looking for a couple more forthcoming forum posts, especially around the Angel Vault. And we'll do this again, same time next week.
Thanks, Mitch.
Thank you, Mitch.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Mitch.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Have a great day, everyone.
Cheers, bye.
Bye.